Right. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. We are live, me and Jimmy today. $30 donations. It should be linked in both of ours. Yeah. Okay. Let's see, get to Facebook. Turn this down. Share. Share group.
Right, is that pinned? Hey, Donna. Why aren't you pinned? Oh, it's pinned. Good. Right. I think I'm done.
Just looking at different groups. Spiritual minds. Scammer groups.
Yeah.
It's just because it's like free readings and healings and stuff like that. They'll have scammers in there.
Yeah.
We are live, everyone. How's everyone doing today? I need to see comments, so I need to pull that up.
Can't remember what
So
I was going to say.
I gotta copy and paste this.
Yeah, the scammers is a funny thing.
Do what? Oh, yeah. I'm so used to them at TikTok.
Do you get them on TikTok as well?
I have like 20 accounts impersonating me.
Oh, right.
And they message people all the time.
They don't
most people know. I mean, they're like, I only schedule through my website, so
they don't message the scam accounts that message you on your live, do they?
No, they just hang out in the background where I can't see them. They want to see how many people you have, and then they want to go click your followers and send the messages.
Oh, okay.
Like, I feel your energy. Can I consider you for a reading? That's like the number one thing you see. Can I consider you for a reading? Like, as soon as they say that, they are a scam.
I haven't got the language down properly, have they?
Yeah, I just kind of make fun of them.
So we're doing readings, everyone. If you do donate $30, let us know. Just put donated in the chat, and then we'll start a list. Hey, Amy.
How do I see the comments? So let's go back into StreamYard through the link. No, that's not going to work.
Yeah. If you go back into the StreamYard through the link, and then just mute yourself and that, and then you can see all the comments, because StreamYard shows all the comments.
I think. Okay, mute.
So you'll come up. You'll come up twice. You'll come up as being in twice, but you can just mute one. There we go. Okay. And now you can have that phone and you can see the comments.
Eek. Work.
Hold on. Normally, if you mute the one that's making the noise and then unmute it, that takes it off. That sorts
that out.
I
think I can just go to your page or my page and forget it. Okay. Hello, Amy. We're just gonna try it that way.
Okay.
All comments. Okay. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing today? We're doing $30 donations, readings, and healings. My name is Thomas Sawyer, and this is Jimmy Davey.
This is me. Michelle's donated. Michelle, it's Michelle's birthday today. Happy birthday
to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Michelle.
I'm sending male dancers to your house.
Well, my house.
No, her house. You're gonna get a cake. And they're gonna jump out.
Hey, Jenny. Everyone, it's Michelle's birthday today. I don't know if she wants you to know it. Everyone knows.
Now she knows.
But they do know.
Yeah, you're gonna have a surprise coming. Be prepared. I'm going all out.
Excellent.
The police officers are to arrest you and everything. They're gonna start stripping down.
They can put you in handcuffs.
Okay.
Handcuffs.
Don't open the door for the UPS man, Michelle.
Yeah, don't open the door for anyone.
It's gonna be a bunch of people.
There was an episode. I remember seeing an episode. Amy will probably will have seen this. There's an episode of a TV sitcom, a popular TV sitcom, and they arranged this stripper to come to the pub, and it's a policewoman, and then like later on in the episode, two actual policemen, or a policeman and a policewoman come in, and one of the main character of the show thinks that they're strippers again, and he starts sort of trying it on with the female police officer, who's an actual female police officer, and it sort of is just it just ensues from there, and he gets arrested, obviously, because he tried to rip her clothes off, and but this was, I think it's the 80s or something like that.
Yeah. I've always wanted to send that to one of my friends. There's a friend of mine I have in mind, like when it's his birthday next year, I think I might send like a male stripper there just to freak him out. Oh, Jesus Christ. He's so angry.
That'd be interesting.
One of my other friends like hang outside and film it.
Is this a male friend?
Yes. Yeah. He's not gonna like it.
Well, he might be like, "How did you know?"
Who knows? He might be. Yeah.
Yeah. Jenny says people come here for readings and they just find two boys telling stories about male strippers.
Yes, that is part of my life sometimes on TikTok.
It's a part of Michelle's reading.
I can't see all the comments. Let me go to Alpha. Before we get into this,
go into the link again, because when it starts kind of going off,
because I've done it before. I think it's just that simple.
When it starts beeping and stuff again, then normally if I don't work before, or when it's worked before, you just mute it and then unmute it, and it should be fine.
So, yeah, I get a little glitchy with it.
Granny Gran. Oh, nice.
Eek.
I heard a few female.
Am I going in and out?
Yeah, there is a bit. Yeah, it's not as smooth as it has been.
Okay, this is weird. Why are you doing that?
Oh, that was nice, Tom. Oh. Au revoir, Thomas. So we've got Michelle on the list. Let me write Michelle's name down. So we're doing readings today, obviously. If anyone wants one, $30. We've got Michelle so far. A birthday read. Pull her a birthday card. Always back.
Let's see what this does. This is my extra phone. Let's see if this one holds. My good phone.
How many phones have you got?
Do what?
How many phones have you got?
2. Business and personal.
Okay.
Am I still glitching?
No, you should be fine. Jenny said you got Jenny
I got what?
She said Jenny says she's only got time for one more story about strippers before she has to go.
Okay. Oh, there's no more I have. There's no more. That's all I got.
Yeah, I don't have any stories about strippers anymore anyway.
I'm sure I got some stories. I'm just not going to tell them. Let's see. Okay. So what do we got? Michelle up first?
Yeah, Michelle up first.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, my friend.
Okay. Right, Michelle. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we can give you on your birthday. I have a few of my own, but it's not my. Jenny, do you want to come on the live? Jenny said she's got a few stories of her own. Jenny, we'll have to bring you on sometimes. You can tell them. Right.
Yeah, I'm done.
Maybe next time. Right, Michelle. I'm kind of getting at first I saw a grill, not like barbecue grill, but the grill of what I suppose you could say it's the grill of a car. Or the grill of a truck. That's what it looks like anyway. And I haven't connected them yet, or not sure what they mean at this moment, but I kind of saw it looked like the bottom, like the platform of a hangman's kind of thing. You know the game Hangman, like the guessing word game. It looked like the thing that you draw for that, like, but just the bottom of it. I've got the feeling that something is not that. I know. Didn't you say last time? I think, or the time before, that you were going, because you mentioned about going on a trip or something, and you said you were going away. And it's like that trip is because you said you had no schedule, which was not usual for you, because obviously you like planning things. But it feels like it's going to be the start or part of you kind of shedding something. And I feel like it's got something to do with food as well. They've just reminded I've just kind of felt something shift with regards to eating habits. And I don't know, do you do fasting? Have you ever done any fasts before? Because that sort of came in as well. Because I mean, I don't know about time. I've tried fasting. I did it for a day. I did it for a couple of days. I think I did it for 3 days. And it wasn't easy, but after a while, you get used to it. But I don't know. I feel like something to do with fasting. I feel like this fasting is going to help to shed something about maybe a particular eating habit that you've got. Almost like reset something. But I'll see if there's anything. I'll let Thomas go, and then I'll see what else I can see if I can get any further on that. Any more on that? Oh, hey, Lisa.
1 second.
Okay, Lisa, I'll put you on the list.
Verify. 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 5. Got it. Okay. Okay, Michelle. We're gonna do some energy work on you. You're gonna have to accept this. My guides are saying. Come with some very interesting things.
Bye, Jenny.
Thank you. And now. Michelle knows energy work. She's going to see this. Don't bat it away, my guides are saying. I figured something out. I just haven't talked to you about it. Specifically for you, they're saying. Move into the back area. Yeah. Now. Now. There. There. Open chakras. Release. Recalibrate light. They're telling me to do this, but I was like, what happens? So I needed the next right action, which is the Ace of Wands. That's what happens. And then the probable future went through a bunch of things: the Four of Swords, the Hermit, the Fool, King of Swords, and most importantly was the card I was looking for, was the Wheel of Fortune. I'll talk to you about it later, what I did, but it's nothing you need to be concerned about. It's what you needed. So there's going to be a major shift happening soon. It's on the horizon, as Jimmy talked about. Thank you. So there's going to be a major shift happening soon. It's on the horizon. I'm looking at what Jimmy said too. It is about your health as well. It's part of the equation, because I'm seeing multiple puzzle pieces that are coming together at once. And I'm seeing like almost a full body healing of sorts that's around the horizon. Once you start to shed certain aspects of different energies you used to work with, interesting. You specifically, I feel. But that's not the total thing, because I'm saying they're puzzle pieces. So it's like I'm trying to identify each puzzle piece that has to go together. That's when things will really start to shift with these other things. But the thing is, they're putting question marks on different puzzle pieces. So I'm like, what is that puzzle piece? 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 So I saw one with the health, but they're like, these ones we're not going to tell you. Pretty strong. These ones we're not going to tell you. So they're saying that you do know. They're saying follow your intuition, follow what you're feeling. You need to do, because you're ignoring certain aspects of things, much like Thomas is. Thank you. And and just things will start to line very fast. Yeah, it's like I'm seeing a race. And they're saying slow and steady wins the race, but things will happen very fast. I saw like the turtle in the hair. I don't know why. But slow and steady will win the race. And there's a bunch of beings watching you right now. It's not bad at all. They're just watching what you're doing. Because there's something you're doing which is not... It's much like I got the message today that there's quite a few watching me, which I already knew about. But I didn't know who they were. But the point is that they're watching me because of what I can do or what I'm doing. They're saying what I'm doing. So I think they're doing the same with you. And you need to be asking for more help as well. That's going to shift things very fast for you. And they're showing me carrots. I don't know why. That just popped in really fast. They're showing me carrots. So maybe you need to eat some carrots. I don't know. Maybe there's vitamin in there I'm feeling that you need, but they're saying eat the carrots, not the vitamin. I don't know what's in a carrot, Jimmy. I have no idea. I
think like vitamin A, and there's something else, but I guess rabbits like carrots.
Yeah, but I saw the rabbit and the hare. I didn't associate the two. So I think the race that you're going through is kind of slow and fast at the same time. Interesting. It was like there's two components to it, a slow and a fast component to it. Oh, interesting. So meticulous planning will not always yield the best results. Sometimes spontaneity added to that planning will lead to other outcomes that can be very favorable.
That's a good way of putting it. I like that.
Yeah. Yes. So let's make channel. And then I'm looking over there at the fruit because I mean, look at the fruit. Apparently, you need to be eating some fruit and vegetables. I would say organic. I know it's expensive. I buy it, but the point is that I would be definitely looking at that. And water as well, they're saying. Yeah. So he mentioned fasting. So that's essentially detoxing. I fasted for 11 days. It was a nightmare to get me to that point. It took me 2 months. I kept going like 3 days, breaking it, 4 days, breaking it, because it was hard. I'd never done it like that. I got done 2 proper. 2 or 3, but 11 was like a whole nother animal. It was like 7 days, 11 days. I was 26. It was a long time ago. But yeah, I think this is both 2 methods of detoxification. They're just showing vegetables falling down on you from the sky. So I don't know how you're going to take that. But lots of vegetables. Lots of vegetables. Yeah. And recalibrate light. Boom. Got it.
Thank you, Catherine.
Happy birthday, mofo.
It's interesting. Like the grill that I saw that it looks like on the front, you get on the front of a truck. I felt it was. I kind of asked for more on that, and it was. I feel it's kind of like some kind of protection. That's what I'm getting with that. Although at the same time, it's kind of not needed, but it is. Which is kind of why it's got holes in it. Well, in between the bars. Because I feel like there's still part of you that well, you're kind of untouchable, but at the same time there's the human part of you is still has that, and I feel like most of us still have that, even though we kind of are aware that we're sort of untouchable with regards to our energetic or our spiritual self, higher self, whatever. But there's still that human emotion part of us. That, and I'm not saying everyone, because some people do like have that extreme confidence. But as much as I know that, I feel like I'm not necessarily untouchable, but protected and everything like that. The human part of me also still has that fear incorporated into it, and I'm working on it. And I feel like there are people who don't have that same, but at the same time, it's only human to have that, and it's kind of about, I guess, just awareness, and to embody and bring the two together. But yeah. Hey, Ali. So I think, I don't know how you feel, but I think most of us are sort of aware that our higher selves, our soul, or whatever you like to call it, that spiritual part of us, we're I guess untouchable. We can't be messed with. But then we are living in the physical realm, and I still have a fear occasionally of that sort of thing. Remember, because it kind of manifests in dreams sometimes, where I'm running away from something, and I know that's just a metaphor for running away from not necessarily something that's out to get me, but maybe a fear that I've got, and so that kind of brings awareness to that.
Yeah, I think it's important. But saying, what are you running to? Define more. I think it's just a matter of looking at it psychologically sometimes. Your subconscious, which is definitely a key to things. One of the keys is that someone can get in there and mess or give a thought, and if you accept it, then you can believe it's real. And if you don't accept it, you're like, whatever. Yeah. They're saying opinions are like a-holes. Everyone's got one. Which is true.
That's a good. That's one of the it's a very factually correct saying. So
yeah, it's like, what's you gonna accept it or not? It's like play by your own rule book. They're saying. I think it's for everyone watching. Play by your own rule book.
Yeah, it's like being easily influenced. I mean, some people are, some people aren't. But
yeah, that's the key. It's like, what is it you want, and what is it you're listening to others for validation? It's channeling. What is it you're looking for others for validation for? Like within the confines of your heart, you will understand the secrets of the soul and the universe.
Aye. Well, Michelle, I hope that made sense.
Yeah.
And next we have Lisa.
Lisa in the house. Lisa, what's going on with your throat chakra, dear? I'm seeing like, what are those glands near the throat, Jimmy? Do you remember adrenals?
The glands near the throat, you got your thymus, which is just above, just here, and then you got your thyroid, which is here.
Okay, thyroid. Okay. That's why I'm getting like throat chakra, thyroid, because Casey said there's glands connected to chakras. So it's got to be thyroid. But they're saying it's mainly your ability to speak out, mainly your ability to be heard. I feel like you're pulling this down a little bit. You're not willing to look at the greater thing. And I feel like when you're getting angry, Lisa, you're not like you're letting it out then. You're not letting it out before. Like you're not having the communication first, because I'm seeing a bunch of people around you, and it's like they're talking to you, but you're kind of shut down. like you're not listening, which is fine. They're saying you don't have to listen, but instead of like letting that go, just you getting to a point sometimes you're getting so angry where you're just they're saying find a way to channel that if you need to, or as Michael says, tell them to shut the F up. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, which one you want to deal with. So that's the beauty of human existence. So which one do you want to deal with? Do you want to deal with the tell them to shut the F up because that gets all crazy, or do you just want to be a little more water energy about it? Water goes around obstacles. It just avoids them. So it's like there's always a way around this. Fire goes straight through it, but water goes around it. So it's really which way you wish to present it. I'm seeing a little boy around you right now. Whew. I can't really connect. Every time I try to connect with him, Lisa, because it's not like in a session, it's a little different. I'm doing it really fast. Every time I try to connect, he moves really fast. But he wants you to know he's there. Like, because he's talking to me now. That he's protecting you, watching you. It's this little boy. And comes to visit you. He's not a ghost. He's from the other side. Confirmation, the guy honking outside. And over and over again. So he's obviously trying to get your attention because that guy's honking like 6 or 7 times. So he's trying to definitely get your attention. Also, there's what is that? Show me a paddle. What's the significance of a paddle? Is there something about you wanting to go to the beach or going to a lake or something and like paddle board or something? Because that's what I'm seeing. Like in a canoe, I'm seeing a canoe and a paddle. And it's, I don't think you would do that in the ocean. I don't think that would be too smart. So I think it would be a lake or a river, something like that. I can't see any of her comments, so I have no idea if she's commenting.
She says that little boy could be a source of anger her grandson passed at birth.
That's who it is. Thank you. Okay.
She says she can't hear him, but she sees him sometimes. And they have a boat and they live on the river.
Okay. So, Lisa, if you want, you can message me. We can set up some kind of deal on a session. I can have you talk to him directly. But you'll talk to him face to face. He's saying, well, you'll talk to me face to face. Not in a bad way. It's just he wants to speak to you. So just message me if you're interested in that. And we'll figure out something. So,
thank you, Shelley.
What else? I'm getting a lot of that lately, Jimmy. A lot of children coming back.
Really?
Because they really want to be seen, I'm hearing. And they don't, interesting. The guys are like, they don't know how to communicate. Like with our density all the time. Like it's harder for them.
Hey, Rose.
But I've been seeing that a lot lately. Animals, children. It's really far out. And I'm gonna keep going with him, Jimmy. He keeps talking about like there's some stuff you're watching you shouldn't be watching. That's what I'm saying. Maybe you know what he's talking about. I just saw like a horror movie or something. Not, I don't care what you watch. I watch horror movies all the time. But the point is that that's what he's telling me. So he's like, don't like, maybe like just be careful what you're allowing to influence your mind. I think that's what he's trying to tell me. Yeah. I can do some energy work on it. What can we do? Okay, fine.
Excuse me.
You're going to feel this right in your heart. No.
Okay. feel it.
Like that.
She says she doesn't watch TV unless it's spiritual studies he thinks may be influencing me.
Well, it could be the spiritual studies influencing you, because a lot of that information is totally whacked out.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's got an opinion. I'm just gonna be honest. I watch a lot of spiritual stuff, but I'm just like, oh my God. Not with all of it, but some of it, you know. I'm just like, I'll watch Gaia and I'll be like watching it. I'm like, this isn't right. Like, my BS meter just goes off. I'm like, this isn't right. Whatever they're talking about. I'm like, that's crazy. Like, you put someone on there, they can believe anything you watch.
Yeah. Just because it's spiritual stuff doesn't automatically mean that it's the truth. You know, just because like, there's some infiltration, shall we say, in the spiritual, in the spiritual movement as well, isn't it? It's not just like mainstream and stuff like that. There's got to be some misinformation or whatever you like to call it in everything.
And that's the scary thing. So they're saying discover it for yourself. I don't know. Where I was at before, living in Georgia, they'd watch a lot of stuff, but I was like, I give you an example. I saw a thing on Edgar Cayce. Now, I know Edgar Cayce backwards and forwards. So the thing is that, like, they left out, like, I mean, he tried to do it all in 10 minutes. I was like, or 15, 20 minutes. I was like, dude, you left out like 50 things. Like, I can do this better than you. Easy. Like, I just need a sheet of paper in about 15 minutes, my guys are saying. I can make that video.
You should do that. That'd be great.
And include everything.
I don't know much about Cayce. I've heard of him, and I know what he did, but I haven't really read any of his material.
He would cure without going into so much detail, they're saying. I mean, he found the Dead Sea Scrolls. He said that the Akashic Records were under the Sphinx's paw. He said the exact location of the Dead Sea Scrolls before they found them, the Gnostic text. He cured about, I think, 7,000 people. He gave them the instructions of how to cure themselves of various ailments of all kinds. And, like, he cured his wife of tuberculosis without the use of antibiotics. They didn't have them, and a boy as well. He read for Tesla, Houdini, Henry Ford, two U.S. presidents. Yeah. There's about 4,000 books about it.
Is it? Yeah. I know the Law of One, that he was mentioned in the Law of One, because I've read the Law of One, you know, the Ra material. I don't know if you've read that.
Yeah.
I know. I think he was mentioned in that, and they, from what I can remember, and don't quote me on this, but they said that he really did have that connection. He was one of the only like well-known, shall we say, channelers that actually did have a connection.
He had quite a connection. He'd go into the Akash and just channel it, whatever he was saying. Or he'd channel Archangel Michael. There's all kinds of stories. So many stories about him. I mean, they're still talking about this man today, and he died in 1940. So
yeah,
they recorded all of his readings, like 15,000 of them.
Bloody hell. Did you have you heard of Tyler Henry? Amy says she watches Tyler Henry.
I think she's mentioned them to me, but I don't know who he is.
Yeah, I've never heard of him. Lisa says, I've been trying to learn on my own to receive messages more clearly and do healings my way. That's good.
Yeah, just if you want to schedule something up, Lisa, we can figure that out pretty quick. Might take like 1 or 2 for all that stuff. But yeah, I was teaching mediumship and like high level mediumship, my guys are saying. And 4 weeks. So I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are gatekeeping a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
It irritates me a little bit.
All right. Hey Rose, we're on Rose's wall at the moment. She's cooking and listening.
Okay.
She says, "You're on my wall, on my TV in the living room." We're in Rose's living room. Right. Lisa. I know I know what Lisa's going through at the moment, because I've had a chat with her about stuff. We've been sharing information. And so, further to that, because it's funny because I kind of want to feel into the health aspect of it and what she's going through, like physically. And with regards to that, I see like I see someone sort of flexing their muscles as if to say, "Look at me, look how strong I am." And I feel like that's a representation of you, Lisa. It's like you're becoming stronger. Although things, well, obviously things at the moment are the way they are, it may not feel like that sometimes, and you may wish that it was going to end, which I know that you do. But it is a process, and it's a process of becoming stronger, and you're kind of like you're pushing your body, um, you're pushing your body kind of not quite to the limit, but you're certainly pushing it, and it's, well, it's obviously going to end. Everything comes to an end, but when it does come to an end, you're going to be so much stronger, and you're going to be able to, because I just felt like that you're going to be able to take on more energy. It's like in a sense, what you're feeling at the moment and what you're going through is more of an energetic release, more than anything else. And it's kind of, well, obviously it's needed, and I know you've been through so much already, but there's just so much stored energy within your muscles and within your body, and it's feeling is for things that you're not necessarily 100% aware of, and I think that applies to a lot of people, where we're detoxing and everything like that, and stuff is coming out that we may not necessarily be aware that was even stored in there in the first place. Although I got the figure of like 70%, you know what's in there and you know what's coming out, but the other 30% is will kind of come to light, when you actually purge and get rid of it. That's when you'll find out what it is. So kind of it's a question of being, well, patience, obviously, and keep doing what you're doing, because you're going so deep within your tissue, and within your muscles, and within your, kind of deep within your bones. I can see some, that they almost look like strands of energy. Um, they're kind of buried deep within the bone, within the sort of the, what's that sort of substance that's in our bones?
Marrow.
Yeah, bone marrow. That's it. Thank you. It's kind of deep within the bone marrow, and that is kind of coming out. So There's something else as well. There's something about the quality of oxygen that you're breathing at the moment. Because I'm feeling like your lungs, and there's something about your lungs that don't necessarily feel like they're working. I mean, they're working fine, but there's something about what you're breathing in at the moment that is not. Best way I can describe it is it's not. Your lungs are having to work a bit harder to get rid of it. Do you have any plants or flowers in your home? Because I kind of want to say that it's either one of those that's not necessarily doing you any favors.
She doesn't smoke, does she?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Vape, smoke anything else?
I don't know. But if you don't have any plants, then I feel like getting one would help. She says no smoking.
Okay. The guys are saying of anything. I'm sorry, is what they're saying. I don't know.
But it feels like there's a specific plant. Something like a succulent plant. It doesn't necessarily matter which one, but there's like a type, like succulents and whatever. There are different types of plants, but she says sometimes marijuana, but not all the time.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. I think you should eat it. What I mean is edibles. I don't know why they keep harping about your lungs, but I keep saying that too. And maybe it's just not, maybe it's an overload on your system a little bit. I don't know if it's an overload. I don't think that's the right word, but it's something. Edibles are much easier.
She says she took a mushroom and it didn't do anything.
No, I mean weed edibles. Because it's easier on your system. And it does have a hallucinogenic effect, a very small one. But they're saying it would definitely be good because I just kept seeing that. So
she says she does have edibles. They will stick to those.
Yeah. If your body is detoxing, they say it's gonna be far easier.
But getting some kind of succulent plant, something that is good at absorbing water and holding water, I feel like that will help to just help with the quality of air, because I feel like there's something about the quality of air that's not doing you any good. Oh yeah, she says wondering if the mushrooms were the bad plant.
No,
I don't get anything. I don't feel like that they are. I get a no for that. So I agree with Thomas. Because mushrooms actually supposedly absorb toxins, don't they? So
yeah, I take them every day. I mean, not those mushrooms, but I take lion's manes. I mean, I have taken plenty of those in my life, but lion's manes, cordyceps, and like reishi. I take that like every day, like a supplement. It works. It works. Immunity, brain health, and cordyceps force more oxygen in your system.
Yeah, they're awesome. But yeah, I feel like I'm complete.
I am complete as well. Thank you, Miss Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa. Right. Next, we have Shelley, who is at work.
Shelley.
Shelley. She donated. Shelley, let's go and find you, Shelley. There you are. There she is.
I feel like, Shelley, that your like energy is being pulled in too many directions. Like it looks like it's like being pulled this way and 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 this way. I feel like it could be people, but it could be people. It could also be you doing it. Like you're fracturing your energy systems a little bit. It's fractures. The only word I'm channeling it, but I don't know how to put it because it feels like you're being pulled too much. And there's something for that. And what is it? Show me, please. Thank you. Got it.
She works in customer service.
Boom. Are you going to feel that hit your heart chakra? Realignment. And you kind of got some like energy lines that are to other people. They're like energy cords on your back area. I just want to clear that up. I just feel like you got some weirdos shooting energy at you. So just clear it up with that. Just clear it up. Boom, here. Recalibrate light. Let's do it fast. There is another message though. What is it? So, go ahead, Jimmy.
She says she feels it.
Yeah. So,
obviously,
they're asking you to make a. I'm going to interpret this card totally than what it is normally. To look at all your options, and maybe look at options that you do not even believe are possible. And see what you can manifest into reality. When you do that, these cards start popping up. So, the Empress, and also the King of Pentacles. So, there may be some whenever you make a shift, there can be a little bit of chaos, but everything works itself out. There might be is the key. You never know. It's how you deal with that chaos. But it's going to put you in more of alignment with what you want to do and where you want to be, which case in point, the Chariot. You're just moving forward. And you start moving into that. And that card is so important that it fell out when I tried to shuffle my deck again. So you'll be moving forward into new energies that are going to be very helpful for you. And new situations and new people in your life and new things. Because I feel like, Shelley, you're being stuck. And you're not being stuck, they're saying. They're trying to push you into something that's going to make you confront your emotions with the Moon card and the Ace of Swords, the mental stuff, and then death, which is essentially just, see, my throat chakra closed down when I said that. Essentially letting go, and then you move into this, which is celebration and victory.
Cool.
I don't normally use tarot cards, but today.
She says hallelujah.
Yeah, but you got to make a hard decision, they're saying. It's like case in point, Two of Swords. Make a choice. That's how I look at Two of Swords. Make a choice. And then you go right back into that, the Empress.
Cool. Excellent. And I agree. Because I see through the tree. You know when you see something through the trees, like there's a gap in the trees, and I see this castle, it's almost like this quintessential castle that goes up a winding road, up a like the side of a mountain or whatever, or a trail. And I see this sort of palace, almost this castle palace, and that's obtain. You're going to get there. There's no kind of ifs or buts. But you're going to get there. And sometimes the road can be quite rocky and everything like that. But for you, I don't feel it is going to be. I feel like it's quite smooth sailing, because there's a part of you. Well, I say a part. You've done. It's like you've done the work. You've done the work on sort of letting go, releasing, like getting your emotions in check. It feels like you're coming from a very stable and grounded kind of mindset, and that is obviously going to help because you've done the work. And it's almost like if you build it, they will come kind of thing. If you build that peace and that stability and that groundedness within us, then we can sort of not only cope better with everything that life throws at us, it forges a path, and that there's a path that is of ease, not necessarily comfort. I suppose you could say comfort, not comfort as in a life of luxury, but just we can handle things a lot better than maybe if we were sort of a bit wired and all over the place, because we can sort of go from one extreme to the other very quickly. So there's that. There's also something else. I feel, I don't know, this is unusual. Well, I don't think I've ever connected with this before, but it feels like you were part. There's something about ancient Greece that is interesting. That there's a connection there with you. I don't know if you're familiar with Greek mythology, but let me see what I can get on that, because that's all I've got at the moment. But there's something about you in Greek mythology. Athena, I think it's Athena, Greek. Do you know anything about Athena or Greek mythology?
Yeah, I don't know much about her. I know I've worked with her.
But there's something about Athena. Sorry.
But yeah, just look, because I'm looking up something I'm getting. Look at it's with Athena. I don't know much about her. This thing I've worked with her, but she's worked with me. She's just saying, my guys are just saying, calling her.
I feel like it's like you're very familiar with her in on some level. And it's almost as if the energies that you have, your energy matches well with hers. And if you want, I mean, it's up to you, obviously, Shelley. But I feel like she would very much like you to check her out, shall we say, if you're not already familiar with her, because what she does, or what her mythological sort of story is kind of very similar to. I feel as if it's sort of matches well with yours, and how your energy is kind of regulated, shall we say, and her aspirations and goals and matches kind of work with yours to some degree. But yeah, I feel it's just there's some connection between you and Athena, and she's kind of, like Tom says, call her in. She kind of wants to make herself known to you, because she sees something in you. And it's almost like it's as much for her as it, and it's something that you'll get a lot out of it as well, as will she, and that will be the energy exchange. It's not just, oh, she can help you and she's not getting anything out of it. She will get, there will be a mutual benefit. It will be mutually beneficial if you decide to kind of meditate, go into meditation and call on, or do however you connect. It will be beneficial for you both.
What I'm getting to, because I had to look this up. First it was Vulcan, but it's Vulcan. Now, Shelly, if you message me, I am not going to remember this. Oh, but I've never come across this.
The Star Trek.
Vulcan and Roman do what? I thought it was that too, but like if they were like Vulcan, I was like ET, or like Vulcan spiritual. So I had to look up that on Google.
Okay.
Vulcan in Roman religion, god of fire, particularly in the destructive aspects of volcanoes or conflagrations. Poetically, is given all the attributes of the Greek Hippotatus. His worship was very ancient, and at Rome he had his own priest Flamen. So it's a Vulcan. You can look this up on Google. And spiritual. And there's a bunch of stuff here. There's all kinds of stuff on this.
Oh, okay.
But, I don't know. I just came through. I needed to tell you that. As my table keeps moving.
Because Vulcan was a race in Star Trek. So there's nothing to do with that.
Yeah, because this was first, it was like ETs. They're like, no. After I looked up, like, spiritual. Well, okay, I'll look it up. Yeah, it's amazing what we can do with the internet.
I know. Is Athena got something to do with fire? Because for some reason I feel like she has, but I don't know. Because when you said about Vulcan and volcano, it seems like there's fire sort of.
Fire.
But I don't know. It may not be. But I just
I
thought of Arthur Brown and I am the god of hellfire, and I bring you.
Yeah, I'm looking, but I mean, there could be, and maybe it's just not pulling up. I just put Athena on fire.
Yeah, no, I don't know why. May not be. Maybe
it could be. I just made us not be coming up on Google.
Anyway, yeah, Athena and Vulcan sound like a good pair.
Yeah, they're saying dive in. Watch the world open.
That's cool. All right, I think I'm done with Shelley.
Okay, I am complete.
Thank you, Shelley.
Thank you, dear.
I don't think I've got any more donations unless you have.
No, I do not, guys. We have $30 donations in Cash App. On PayPal, and is linked on the screen, and it's linked on mine. So how you doing, Mr. Jimmy?
Yeah, I'm good. Been hard at work outside, digging and stuff like that today again.
You still doing concrete?
Yeah, I did actually mix some concrete today. I'm becoming a master concrete mixer. Yeah.
There you go.
Have you ever mixed concrete?
Sounds fun. No. That scares me. I've been a roofer and electrician.
Yeah.
I'm afraid it would like harden around my arm. I'd never get it out.
Yeah, I stick my hand and my arm right in there. I kind of probably shouldn't, but
yeah, like I think I might go crazy with it. Yeah, I've been an electrician, a roofer, pest control, all kinds of stuff. But roofing was that was a whole other beast.
That's a bit.
Those people are insane. They're absolutely insane.
Being up that high all the time.
Yes, like 3 stories on like a roof that's like this. It's almost like 90 degrees. And you're like, dear God, I do not want to do this. And I fell down once and the chimney caught me.
Really?
Yeah, like I like slid down and like hit the chimney. I was like, this is the last roof I get on. Fuck this. Not worth my time.
Oh, nice. Clairvoyant Rose says she's making chicken dumplings. Nice. Amy says Athena is associated with wisdom and witchcraft. Interesting.
Yeah, that's definitely awesome.
Thank you, Amy. You're welcome, Shelley. But, yeah, I've never done. I've been on a roof. I mean, but it's only been, you know, a one-story sort of roof. I haven't been up really high, and it's been fine. But like you say, like the roof of a bungalow. You think, well, if I fall off this, the worst I'm going to do is break my leg or something like that, and I think I can handle that.
Yeah, I don't. I won't do it. I would have to do it for pest control. I think once or twice. But it was like not a hard roof to climb. I mean, I've been on roofs my whole life, but some of those roofs are like mansions and they're slanted. You need like a spongy thing to sit on. Like it's nuts. I'm like, you people are crazy.
Okay,
my friend used to do that.
Yeah,
my friend used to go on the clean the windows on like 30-story windows or 30-story skyscrapers. I was like, dude, you're out of your mind.
Oh yeah,
you're out of your mind. If you miscalculate that, you're gonna fall.
Yeah.
How much weight you need to hold you?
Yeah. Yeah, I know, it's mad, isn't it?
No,
is that the definition of being fearless, or is that just stupidity?
I mean, they calculate it so they don't fall. I'm sure many people don't fall, but maybe I have some fear of like from a past lifetime of falling down something or something. I don't know, but I don't like heights. I'll do them. I have no problem like jumping off cliffs and stuff. I've done that all my life, but it's when I'm up there, I'm looking down. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ!
If you know there's if there's water underneath, or then it's okay. But
yeah, but you never know how deep the water is. That's the problem.
Don't you check it out before it?
I know, because there's other people jumping, so you just got to assume. I'm too old for that, my guys are saying. Back when I was 16, we'd jump off these cliffs all the time.
All right, cool.
I saw a video of a guy, Mind Hacks. He's on a TikTok. I really like this guy. I watch a lot of his videos. And he's like, I took people up to one cliff where you can walk back down. But he's like, what people didn't realize when I took them to the other cliff, you can't walk back down. You have to jump, and it's much bigger. So it's like you have to make yourself uncomfortable. So they had to jump off the cliff. They had no choice.
Yeah. Hey, Ada. Oh, Ada's donated. Thank you, Ada. Would you I saw this video. I saw a video of it this guy made. He did the world record cliff jump or something like that, but he did it progressively. He did like he started off with I don't think he started off with 1 meter. I think he started off maybe 4 meters or something or whatever. And then he did 5 meters, 6, and all the way up to 30 or whatever the thing was, or 40 or whatever the but yeah. But with each jump, you could see him learning how the best way to dive and best way to enter the water, and you know, stuff like that. So it was a learning cycle.
Yeah, we would just I don't know how to dive, so like we would just jump feet first, and but I think that was like 30, 60 feet. Yeah, something like that.
That's pretty.
Maybe more, 90. No, I don't remember it.
Still pretty big.
Well,
could be a crocodile waiting. Amy says.
Not here, not in Georgia. The worst thing we got to worry about is like a water moccasin or something, but that's so rare. If it was Louisiana, crocodiles, yeah, you'd be crazy to swim in the lake anywhere.
Oh yeah, totally.
They come forward to bite you.
Ada, we got Ada.
Okay, Miss Ada, how you doing? I think Jimmy needs to go first on this one here.
Let's have a look. 1 second, Ada. Crocodile. Mind you, I saw someone hugging a crocodile the other day.
Yeah, just don't let them bite you. Make sure they're fed.
Yeah, I think there was I saw these. It was, I can't remember where it was, but it looked like somewhere in the sort of Asia somewhere. They were actually feeding the crocodile, and it was fine.
I'll fight a crocodile over a shark any day of the week.
That would be cool to be friends with a crocodile, though. I'd like that. It's like
if I had to choose between fighting a shark or a crocodile, I think I'd go for the crocodile.
Okay. Yeah.
Because at least I could grab the thing,
Yeah, you can't really grab.
Get a hold of its mouth; it can't open. I got to grab its mouth.
Yeah. Mind you, you've seen those people who dive with sharks, and one comes straight for them, and you sort of turn it away or whatever. You don't.
Have you seen that lady where there's like a tiger, a great white coming straight towards her into the middle of the ocean?
Yeah.
And she just like moves it away. I'm just like, oh my God, you're crazy. But she knows what she's doing. Like the thing's going straight to bite her, and she's just like, move away.
Yeah.
In the middle of the ocean. I'm like, dear God.
I know. It goes to show, like, I suppose it depends whether, I don't know whether it depends on whether they're hungry or not, or whether they're just inquisitive. I don't know. But
I think they're just inquisitive. That's most shark bites. They're just inquisitive. Unless it's like a bull shark. Bull sharks have the highest testosterone of any shark. So like that kind of makes sense why they're more aggressive.
Yeah. It does. But yeah. Right. Ada. You got a crystal ball, Ada? Because I'm seeing it almost looks like this three-pronged holder that's holding this crystal ball. And when I first looked at it, it looked almost like an eagle's claw that was holding this crystal ball. Sort of like this. Like that. What does that mean?
It's ancient.
It does feel like that. So it's like there's something significant about there's not just having a crystal ball, but about the birds. And it looks at their talons, and I'm saying it's an eagle. It kind of feels like an eagle, golden eagle to be precise. And because the golden eagle, I see is now kind of flying over in the sky. Obviously, it fly on the ground, but it's flying in the sky, and it's got the crystal ball in its talons, and it's kind of going onto this cloud, and you're waiting for it on the cloud. It's almost as if you've climbed up there on a beanstalk. You've planted the beans, like obviously Jack and the beanstalk, and you've climbed up to this cloud, and this eagle has met you with this crystal ball on this cloud. It's a bit like a story, isn't it? What does it mean? It's like the magic bean is significant because it's about planting the seeds. Have you done any planting of the seeds lately? Have you planted? They're saying ideas. Is it? Do you have? How often do you come up with ideas of things to do and that, but yet you don't necessarily follow up on them? It's like you'll have an idea and then you'll talk yourself out of it if you leave it. Like if you wait to do it, then maybe in a couple of days you think, oh, that's not a good idea, I won't bother doing that. But when you first thought it, you thought it was the best idea in the world. But then there's that procrastination of not thinking it's any good. And so it's not necessarily easy to get ourselves out of that kind of that mode. But when you have an idea, all it takes is just do a little bit. Just do a little bit just to get it started, because then once you get something underway, it becomes easier, and you kind of like get a thirst for it. And I'm kind of experiencing that myself with doing my website. I haven't done anything on my website for months, probably over a year. But I started it the other day, and now I've got a thirst for it. I want to keep doing it, and that's what they're saying for you. If you have an idea, start it. You don't have to do much; just do a little bit, and then that will get your appetite going. That will get your your confidence about it up, and that will give you the enthusiasm to carry on with it. But it's just starting something. It's just starting it, no matter what it is. Just do a little bit, and you'll find that will grow. The want to do it will grow.
Man, it's the 8. I'm seeing you. Are you done, Jimmy? Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was just saying over to you.
I'm seeing you looking in like 50 different directions, like 50 different. Let me clarify this. 50 different places, looking for what it is you need to do next. They're saying pretty much what Jimmy said, like, well, differently, but find one thing and keep going with it. Oh, Jesus. Okay. That's Michael again.
He's
he yells. I was like, oh, dear God, it's Michael again. Okay. Because he yells a lot. He's like, we're getting tired of this shit. So just, he says that to me too, Ada. Anyways, so it just start it. As Jimmy said, start it. Whatever it is, start it. Stop second guessing. Stop. I'm just going to channel this. Stop second guessing. Stop going, what if this doesn't work? What if this happens? What if you don't know what's going to happen until you do it? And just do. They're saying, what's the holdup? We've been pushing at you for this for years. It's time. You don't need anyone else to open the path for you. You can do it yourself. What's the worst of judgment that I wish I could make this so much more eloquent and like nice. It's like they're behind you, like hitting you with like sticks. Like, come on.
A whip.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not like sticks. They're just getting some metaphoric thing. So they're like, come on, let's go. Yeah. So it's, and yeah, a lot of things when you do this are going to open up really fast. Like a lot of things are going to open up really fast. It's going to be like, it's going to be slow at first, but then it's going to start building momentum really fast. When I'm looking at this, it's Ada, the only hindrance is you. That's a lot of people, though. Embrace your witchiness, they're saying. I know people don't want to talk about witchiness, whatever, but it's not like half the spiritual people aren't doing witchcraft. Embrace your witchiness. Embrace whatever it is you wish to teach. They're saying it doesn't have to be like everyone else. That's the beauty of bringing something new into the equation, whatever that is for you. Yeah. And there, heart chakra. Oh. And a golden eagle, Jimmy, aren't they extinct?
I don't know, actually, are they?
I think golden eagles are extinct.
Really? Interesting.
Maybe I'm thinking of thunderbirds.
Are they a thing, Thunderbirds? It's not just a TV puppet animation thing.
Yeah. I'll look up.
All right. Thunderbirds are go.
Oh, yeah, that's still around. Yeah, Thunderbirds are good. Thunderbirds are like 50-foot long birds.
Are they? All right. I didn't know that. Jenny says, except for the getting hit with whips part, that was pretty eloquently executed.
Well, it's not whips, they were sticks.
No, I said the whips. It was actually sticks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was...
yeah.
You got anything to add for Ada?
Get to work.
I see a door. It's like the door is there. There's a couple of candles on top of it as well. It almost looks like not necessarily medieval kind of, but that sort of vibe. It's like it's actually it's a doorway, not the can't see a door. I think it's just open. But yeah, it's ready.
Go through the door. What do you have to lose? You never know until you try.
All right.
Hey, I never thought going on TikTok would do what it did. Or Rumble. I just did it. I was like, let's see what happens.
I was thinking earlier, actually. Like even just doing readings. I can't remember how I started doing readings, like 3 or 4 years ago when I started. But I imagine someone just asked me to do one if I wanted to do them, and I just said yes because I thought, well, why not? You know, I'll just see.
Yeah, why not?
I'll see what it's like. If I don't like it, I don't have to do it again, but I'll give it a go.
Yeah, let's see what happens. I think that's the key. It's like just see what happens. And I think that's what's important. Once you see what happens, things change really fast.
Yeah. Like, how did you get started in readings and stuff?
I started. I mean, I was kind of afraid, but I had teachers and mentors for so long, or mentors and one teacher, but I just started healing. I was already attuned to a healing modality. And so I was like, or in like Reiki level 1 in this healing modality. So I was like, well, let's just, I woke up one day, I was like, I have to heal people. I have to. So I went to someone I used to be friends with, and I was like, let me try this on you. She's like, I'm seeing pyramids in Merkabah. I was like, okay, cool. Round 2. So I went to my ex-girlfriend who's an atheist agnostic. And I'm like, if this works on her, shit. So we'll see what happens. She had a jaw thing, like pain. So I did it. She messaged me the next day while I was working. She's like, 50% of your jaw pain's gone. I was like, cool, next person. So I just kept going down the line. Then I went to Facebook because it was all the rage back then. I was like, let me target the biggest spiritual admins I can find in their groups. I just started offering free sessions. And someone came to me, long story short, said, we want to put you on camera. I didn't want to go on camera. But I was like, let's see what happens.
Yeah, cool. Totally.
Yeah. I mean, someone come to me with a psychic fair. I'm like, okay, I'll do it. Teach mediumship. Okay, I'll do it. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but okay, now I know how to do it. I'm like, okay, see what happens.
The way gets shown, I suppose, doesn't it? Once you say yes.
Yeah.
Because, like,
that's the key.
I don't feel like saying yes. You don't have to say yes to everything, obviously, but like, obviously, if someone feels a definite no, then fair enough. But most of the time, if you say yes, then and you're not sure how to do something, you'll get shown, or the way will come. It's like, but yes is almost like the key that unlocks the door in a sense.
Yes. Yeah, just channel about yes.
Yeah, that's a perfect answer.
Yeah. Like, yes, just do it. Just do it. I mean, I know people are afraid of certain things, but fear is only fear of what you feel you're like, fear of failure. But if you don't try it, you never know what's going to happen. I listen to some people and they're like, well, if you try something most people try something 3 times and they quit. But if you try something like 40 times and it doesn't work, then there's definitely a problem. But guarantee that if you keep trying it, inevitably you're going to get it right.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Jenny says that's what doors are for, to walk through. Yeah, cool. Exactly. Amy says, yes, man. Lol. Yeah.
I mean, when I did TikToks, the first 2 I did them like Facebook. No one gave a shit. And then late at night, I'd eaten some edibles. It was 1 a.m. I had my shirt off. I had a lot more muscle mass. And my guys were like, go live now. And I was like, ooh, this is going to be interesting. So I did it, and I had like hundreds of people watching.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is perfect.
Jenny, what about me? How did you start doing readings? I did a channeling course about 4 years ago. Well, 4.5 years ago, I think it was. I'd watched a lot of spiritual stuff on YouTube, and one of the people I used to follow said they had this channeling course. I thought, well, I'd do that, and then I think it was the first or second day of the channeling course that they said, right, you're gonna go live and you're gonna channel live. And I thought, what? But then I thought, well, why not? I'll just give it a go, see what happens. And I think King Arthur came through, or like I felt him come through. And I think Jesus came through. And from then on, I think me and a couple of friends just we learned about card readings. We started doing oracle cards just on lives for a laugh. And it kind of started from there. But, you know.
You never know until you start.
Yeah. But I mean, I didn't know what I was doing. And I still don't. So, you know. But it just happens.
Yeah, sometimes I don't either. It just works. But yeah, it's gotten he's gotten more militant in what he does, which I have. Yeah, I've been seeing some interesting visions lately.
You know, these things. Do you know? Have you noticed how kind of the readings evolve? Like you start off doing one type of reading, then sort of things change, and I didn't do any kind of health kind of readings or visualizations or anything like that. It was, I can't remember how I've started off, but then, you know, the reading sort of evolved and the information grew and like the sound stuff, and it morphs and evolves into different stuff. And you think, well, where did that come from? But, you know, I suppose.
And what if you never taken the first step? That's the question. You know, what if you'd never tried?
Do you
you wouldn't be here today.
I've got a question for you. Do you think you need to be attuned to something to do
it? Yes and no. It depends on what it is. There is a thing, I mean, as someone has had a bunch of mentors and teachers, especially earlier in this, is that they provide a way for you to see things. So if it's like Reiki, they provide the symbols. If it's, I had to kind of figure out, I mean, they had to make my own certificate from one lady. I think she does them for a lot of people now, but they can't do what I do. I already know. But the point is that she's like, they're telling me I have to make you specifically a certificate. I did ask for that. I asked for a certificate from my guides and God. But the point is that she told me what to do, and I started doing it, and I started tweaking it different ways. They're like, you're like the elevator operator. So I was like, oh, okay. How do I do this? But yeah, so like I noticed taking Quantum 1 that as soon as I saw attuned to it, and I could do all these other things. Because I took that like 2 days ago.
Oh, right.
I've been in the universe just like interacting with quantum keys all over the place. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
Until I went up there. I'm like, what is this during the attunement? I'm like in the middle of the universe and there's all these keys floating around me. Like, what is going on?
Nice.
It's interesting. But yeah, so I think sometimes it is good to have some kind of. I wish we had mystery schools like we used to.
What are they?
They taught discipline. Do what?
What, mystery schools?
Yeah, like they used to be all the rage, like for thousands and thousands of years, because they taught discipline. They taught you how to do things. They tested you. They might put you in a room with like, something that's negative and be like, get out. You locked in there with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're like, figure it out. And you got to figure it out. I'm sure there's safeguards, but
like those what are they called? Something where you have to. It's like a sort of a crystal maze kind of type thing where you get in a room and you have to figure out the clues to get out of it. Can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, like escape room.
Yeah, escape rooms. That's the one. Jenny says her first few readings that she shared or posted were uncomfortable, but maybe shy. And from there, things have really started transforming rather quickly. Oh, cool. That's great. Yeah, you just started, Jenny. Exactly. Lisa always wondered about attunement. Amy says, do you need to have certificates?
People love certificates.
Yeah.
I've got so many.
Yeah. It's almost like
when people ask, it's usually a job that asks that, like a spiritual store. They want you to have certain certificates. I collect them. I used to collect them, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it definitely doesn't help to learn. Definitely doesn't hurt to learn things. Yeah. So speaking from someone that had a teacher for like 3 or 4 years, it's that there was a lot that, or however long that was, 2 years, but I learned a lot because I was willing to listen and look at Mayan shamanism. So that comes from a lineage of, I don't know, like 10, 20,000 years I'm hearing. So it's been passed down. And even my former teacher's teacher, she had to go to like somewhere in Mexico or wherever the Mayans were. And they would like chain her to a rock for 24 hours. I mean, this was not like, they're like hardcore.
Sounds like
in the middle of the desert. I mean, if you want it that bad, you're going to go, you know?
Yeah.
When I hear about these, my friends went all over the world. So when he talks about it, he's like, man, they do some crazy stuff to people, but it teaches discipline.
Yeah, totally. Lisa says classes have helped make sense out of some things, and she's seen those keys that appear in the dark. Interesting. But I wondered about attunement because when I sort of started learning about energy healing or being aware of it, a friend of mine was a Reiki master and was offering Reiki level 1. So I thought, well, I'll do that. And then Reiki level 2 was supposed to be the long distance, distance Reiki. But I was doing distance Reiki or distance energy healing before I got attuned to level 2.
Yeah. Well, they put in too many rules. Like that's my biggest thing with classes is they're like, you can only, some Reiki practitioners be like, you can only work on animals at level 1. I'm like, bullshit. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
I mean, you still get the attunement though, so it's like whatever. I mean, it'll morph into different things and or open up different doors, but I think you should always be learning.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's really the key. I mean, whether it's Serafina or other people, they're always taking classes from other people, like always. So if they're doing it. And other people that are very successful at this are doing it, I say follow the same paths. Just someone else is successful doing something, like model what they're doing. This is called role modeling.
Yeah, inspiration.
And do the same thing. Yeah.
Jenny
Because you'll
said
learn a lot from other people.
it probably speeds up the people get all too comfortable being chained to a metaphorical rock and can sit through life not opening up and not attuning. That's a good point, Jenny.
Yeah.
I know. Well, Lisa shared this story with me. She says she healed herself with her imagination before she took any classes or listened to anyone. She healed MS and a TBI with her imagination.
I mean, it's whatever works for you. I mean, visualization is very important. The subconscious mind is very important. Energy work's very important. I mean, there's so many things. So it's whatever works for you.
All right, Donna, thanks for joining us. See you soon. Donna says, love to you both. Thomas and Jimmy need to go now. Au revoir.
Are we complete, Mr. Jimmy? We have any more donations?
And let me just double check. Oh, hold on. Oh, no, that was ages. No, I think we're done.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, thanks everyone for joining us and your questions and stuff. And we'll see you again next week.
Thank you all.
Take care, everyone. Have a good day.
Peace.